Division 6, the first race in Division 6. Well, the newest division in obviously the DTR series, after it's just being created. So this is the first race in their 7-race championship, starting here at Monte Carlo, and that's where we are racing today. As you can see here, a normal 18-minute short qualifying and a normal 50% race in Division 6. Only 11 drivers here, a little less than other divisions, mostly obviously because, well, there should be 13 drivers, but 2 of them couldn't make it. And just get everything sorted here, like the champ map, lap data. Don't really need telemetry, and obviously fastest lap qualifying. So guess we'll go on with whoever came up first, and that is, obviously have to get used to everyone's names here. So Bellamy here. So obviously a few of these drivers have drove before in other divisions, before Division 6, like HQ in Division 5 and BV Boldy in Division 5 for Ferrari. And also so is Luca in Division 2 in the F2 series, so he would have raced here last weekend. So here we go. Starting the first lap is here Bellamy in the Williams. Yeah. Around, expecting pole time really to be around a 1:11.6.4 maybe for this division. There's Bellamy coming into Casino, and then coming into the other famous Marlborough. Yellow flags in sectors 3. I think that's just people going slow to give people room. After the source hairpin, coming down to a Portier here. As a respectful McLaren gets out of the way there, that's what I'd like to see. We're into the Nouvelle chicane, make sure we don't smack the back end on that protruding wall. Metal wall. Then coming into the back. And here's Raskas. And I think that is a McLaren and a Ferrari that has spun. Oh no, Ferrari's still in the pits. McLaren. No, the McLaren was just getting out of the way of that Red Bull. And coming across the line is a 1:15.3 there for Amy. And then just next across the line is Hammer. Sit at 1:12.9, and next coming across the line is McLaren to start the lap, which is of Finn, and then there is a slow, unfortunately, BB Boldy becomes the first DNF of this Monaco race, just out of the swimming pool chicane. Unfortunately, not setting any time, so he'll be at the back of the grid. Unfortunately, that car will be removed shortly. Here coming across to start another lap, the Aston Martin here of Jen Hoff. And then Doberman going pole, though 1:11.7. And Relay Luca here setting a 1:13 and a 1:16.9 for Charlie F1. And first is going across the line. I think it's the Red Bull. Is he setting another lap? Oh, 1:20. That's just a. Oh, here we go. Next across the line will be Jen Hoff here. Going through the gas. Here to the final corner. And to cross the line to set a 1:12.4 there, so the fastest driver on the track currently. Dopey Man. Seeing 1:11.7, so only 3/10 off my predicted pole time. And here is spectating HQ, IBM, Lucia 5. Oh, almost hitting the wall there. So he goes into Casino. Yellow flags in sector 1. I think that's just a Williams moving out the way. That's what I like to see. Going into the hairpin. Sorry about that. Just gone for a quick second. As he comes into the Nouvelle chicane. Actually, here's Jen Hoff again coming across the line. Who goes fastest for the 1:11.4, which is 2/10 faster, 2.5 faster than Dopey Man's pole time. So he'll have to improve to beat that. And HQ comes across the line. They won 16.4. So that's something for him right now. And still drivers who yet to set a time, obviously Jay Hayward, Finn and Double, but they're on the outlaps, and on a lap right now on the medium compounded tyre is Jay Hayward, not Hardwood. Oh, almost hitting that corner, wall into back. The rest has perfectly executed that. A little bit slippery on the exit, but that's fine. This comes across the line. This is looking good for him. 1:11.6 there as he splits 1 and 2, now taking second place as a Red Bull goes slow to let him by. Perfect there from P4. And just Finn across the line soon. Going through the Portier. Here in front. Going to cross the line again is a Williams here. Of, I think, just the start of that maybe. Just watching Finn here. As he's yet to set a time. I think he's going through here as he's behind the Williams of... Nope, he's behind the... It is a Williams of Double. Very close to Larascas as... Nope, his lap's still on, not invalidated. Just checking here. Coming across the line, this is looking good. A 1:12.998, which puts him 5th. Yeah, pretty well. Pretty good. Then Double. Here with the 1:13.4, which was invalidated, so he's going to aim to really get that again, just not invalidated here. As very close behind him is Finn. Also on lap. Also on lap here is Hammer and Finn. Well, obviously Finn only a 10th down. Just watching him. Oh, and there's Hammer 2/10 up on his time. He will have to improve by 1.2 seconds though, if he really wants to catch the top 3. Yeah. Bit of a gap there, but I think those 2 drivers are very fast. Dopey Man, Hayward and Sheenshoff. And Double does set a time here of a 1:14.3. Putting him 8th in the Williams, so they're right together. Not as fast as invalidated time, but I still think he has speed in him. I'm going back to Hammer here, running the last corner, up by 3/10. That'll keep him 4th, but just closer to P3. So in the pits is second place, and Doofy Man here around the La Source hairpin. And who else is on the lap? So we have Doofy Man, and I think I'm just gonna hear what Jake. Oh, as he's on the medium comfort tires, I did not spot that. He's on the medium tyre, so I assume this lap will be a bit slower. No, I say that he's going faster. This is going to put him, if he keeps up this time, this is going to put him in front of Hayward. Yeah. It's actually Hayward, sorry. Come across perfect in the last corner. Here's go across the line, and it will put him P1 with an improvement of 5 tenths coming in the last sector. So he really improved on Raskas in that last sector, and well on the medium tyres. Doofy Man really fast here, but improving now is off. With that time will show. He's down on his time by. No, he's up on his time. Sorry, by 3 tenths. Coming to the Nouveau chicane. And it will come up soon while he's up, as behind we see the Ferrari. Don't know which one, it's one of them. As I'm lying, I am lying. Dinshoff did pull out of his lap, as I was wondering why we were on that camera angle for so long. As he pulls out of his lap there, but he was going faster. Just I think must have took too much curb in the chicane, or broke too late. Still 5 minutes left in this qualifying session now. Here on our lap, we have Finn, all just glides to the wall there through and spins in the casino corner. Can he get out of the Ferrari's way? The question is no, unfortunately. I think that did block him a little bit. The Ferrari of HQ. Have to see what his time is. Oh, sadly my prediction of the 11.4, which is going to get pole, 11.6 I think it was, will not happen, unfortunately. But I was close, pretty close. But anyway, HQ looking to improve here, and he seems to be down on his time and up on his time by 7 tenths, but he needs to be down by around another 4 tenths here, so hopefully he can make this improvement through Raskas. But I'm lying again, the lap is invalidated, just spotted. He's going to dive into the pits, quickly get a new set of tyres on, maybe some fuel in the car, and go out again. On out lap is Double, who also wants to improve by around a second, and his teammate also wants to improve for around a second to get P8. So everyone quickly coming out of the pits, and a few going into the pits here, to get this final 4 minutes of qualifying here. As obviously coming across the line, finishing maybe just a banker lap there from Jenhoff. He is starting his proper lap. Let's see what he has. I'm board TV pod for this one just to see what it is. So he does need to go yeah, 3 tenths faster, maybe a 2.5 really in between there, which he seems capable of doing, as he was around 3 tenths up in coming into the second coming into the third sector, sorry. As we'll see here, he comes through to back. Oh no, he's down on his time. He still has a 3 minutes though, so he does still have time to pit obviously and go back out, as he's now down this time unfortunately. On the lap here is Double, who is unfortunately down on this time there. Oh, I think I'm getting confused, aren't I? I keep saying down and up. They're the wrong ones. Well, he's not improving here. But he will start another lap to try and improve. As he does, I think I will turn telemetry. Enough ERS here to last him that lap. Also coming across the line to start is Relay Luca. And also coming to start one is Hammer on these medium compound of tyres. So can he go faster on these mediums maybe? Go for the alternative strategy maybe? And here, round 1.5 tenths up on his time here. Luca in Ferrari, and Charlie's only 4 thousandths away from him for this P6, so he'll be looking to improve. We see his time as we, oh no, when we flick to them we see their time. That's pretty interesting, isn't it? As Luca comes across these 4.5 tenths off on his time, which will put him above Finn. Or as he loses a bit coming out of the chicane, still I think keeping the time there. Only needs around 300ths to put him in front of Finn. Can he do that? Can he get in front of Finn? No, he loses too much time in that sector. So unfortunate. So come across the line next is Hammer, if he can get to him in time. But he's 15 on those mediums. I don't think those mediums are fast enough for him. Coming across the line next was HQ to start a lap. Who's he's invalidated again. I don't know if he has enough time to improve on this. Yellow flag sector 3. Some McLaren. 42 seconds he's coming. Oh, I don't think he's gonna have enough time, but we'll see by the end of the lap. So still on a workable lap here is Bellamy. Again, it's a yellow flag for the Finn there. So that will be his final place with a P5. So see if Luca can get above that, which he can't because he's currently 1.6 seconds positive. Charlie also out of a lap. So it's double. Amy's still on one and up by 4 tenths, but he needed 2 seconds really to improve to beat his teammate, but it is invalidated still. Can we see Zenhoff? He's still on a lap. So really, could he snatch pole here? He only needs 3 tenths really to improve this time. HQ's finished. Bellamy coming across the line. Will go. I don't think he goes faster than his teammate. He doesn't. He stays behind his teammate. 4 tenths here for Zenhoff. Could snatch pole here as Dopeyman is not on a lap. Can he deny Dopeyman a pole here? Coming around the last corner. Pretty clean out of that last corner. Comes up to the line. Goes fastest with a 1:10.8. Which is 4 tenths clear. And Charlie pulling into the pits. And that rounds off Division 6's first qualifying session around Monaco. Success for Zenhoff, and unfortunately I don't think too much success for the bottom two of Bellamy and HQ, which is very unfortunate. That's so unfortunate. So that rounds off qualifying, and on pole, unexpected, well not really unexpectedly, Zenhoff here on the soft compound of tyres, but only 3 tenths behind him is Dopeyman here on the medium tyre. So can he pull out a different strategy maybe? And so is also on the medium tyre is Hayward behind him, both Alpines going for a different strategy. unfortunately, the Ferraris and Williams not going too well. But obviously, it's Monaco. Bound to be a few DNFs here. And I think we're also getting word here that Division 3 is also on. And obviously Division 3 is also on. Getting word though that the reserve driver of No Judge, No Problem has got pole in Division 3, which is crazy. Crazy wow. Congratulations to him. First time racing in Division 3. Gets pole. Anyway, back to the Division 6 race at hand. On the grid of Monaco now. On pole, Jen Hoff in the Aston Martin. His teammate of BV Boldy, unfortunately DNF'd, the only DNF of qualifying coming out of the swimming pool chicane. And in second place on the pole, now seeing it's Dopey Man on the medium compound of tyres, as I can't stress enough, on a different strategy. And here they'll do a formation lap. So yeah, Jen Hoff, Dopey Man, Haywood, Hammer, Finn in 5th, Luca in 6th, Charlie in 7th, Double in 8th, Bellamy in 9th, HQ in 10th, and unfortunately the DNF'd BV Boldy in P11. As that's the entire grid tonight. Only 11 drivers, but hopefully some racing up and down the grid. So obviously wondering what is possible on this of the Alpines on this different strategy, thinking that they must go a medium soft as a two-stop strategy around Monaco, or a medium hard. Already got predictions that Haywood will not make it around the first corner. Maybe, we know. He could, he might. First corner's claimed a lot here in Monaco, Sandavot. So here we go, as the final driver, BB Boldy, lines up in 11th place here. The lights will count down. Hopefully we get a different camera angle, because I can't see the lights right now. Also getting told that medium soft is able to do 5 red lights and away we go. Unfortunately this camera angle is really not the best. Here to see an overtake that Dopeman already gets a lead from Jen Hoff. There's fighting in the back side by side up into Sandavot from the bottom 5. All changing positions. Already yellow flags at the one, and that's Charlie and BB Boldy, who's also held up double, who's patiently waiting behind, as Dopeman does take the lead into corner 1. Which was a bit unseen on the medium tyres as well. So you'd think that the soft is a little bit faster and he could maybe get past, but no, would keep the lead, but he doesn't after a bad start, Jen Hoff. But BV Boldy completely no wing right now, unfortunately. And so is Charlie. I think no right end play for Charlie here, so I think BB Boldy and Charlie will dive into the pits here. Amy's going down the inside of no wing, Ree Elliott, as they try to go through into back together, hitting the wall with Luca there. Moving up the grid, about a second gap between second and first here. And on the medium tyres, remember, Dopey Man, extremely quick here. So we're thinking that Jen will already pit, as it is, we'll pit around lap 11, 10 onto the mediums, I think is the best strategy here. Let's do it in 2 stop, and all 5 drivers jump into the pits here, with HQ changing onto the mediums, Double also going onto the medium tyres, I think, here. As going past him is Charlie and Luca, who's already got new wings and tyres, so both on the mediums for them too. Yep, BB Baldy comes out on the medium tyre as well, and Double here on the hard compound of tyre here to the end of the race, most likely for him. So now there's a 21-second gap between HQ and Bella Amy here, and there's also a 6-second gap between Finn and 4th. So the top 3 have darted off on their own here. Double trouble, as Bog and Andy do say in the chat. And there's a DNF. Finn, unfortunately, coming out of the last corner, he seems to have gone too fast, and the next we'll see if that is HQ. So hopefully around to the last corner in time we'll be able to see that, which is Finn in 6th. That's unfortunate for McLaren here. Yep, there he is, just too fast out of the last corner as he disappears. We just caught that in time. Very unfortunate. So closest people on the track now is Hayward, who was predicted not to make it through the first corner by some people, but I've proved them wrong. Is out, also on the medium tyre here. So just trying to stick with Dopamine, I think, Jen Hoff here until the pit window. I think that's the goal. Softs do drop off quite quickly around here. They're around lap 6. They start getting much slower than the mediums. Mediums lasting a while longer. Dopamine putting in fastest lap after fastest lap now with a 1:13.8. 2-second gap now to him and Hoff. So these mediums seem working a dream for him. Oh, as we switch to Amy and he hits the wall, but I don't think that's any damage, surprisingly. Seems to have glided off that wall pretty well. Both Ferraris P6 and P7. There's Charlie with no teammate, the lone McLaren on track right now on the medium tyres. And obviously BB Baldy, who had a bit of an incident with Charlie in the first corner, now running in 9th as Reed Elliott pits here, and I'm assuming that's for a new wing, and he goes on to the soft compound of tyres. That means he will have to pit again as he gets a new wing there, which will put him last here as Double and BB Baldy will overtake him. Only 6 stints now to Jen Hoff for Jaywood. Oh, Jaywood. Sorry about that. Saying Haywood. Hayward. That's I keep getting that wrong. And he goes down for an overtake down the outside. Cut off though by Jean Hoff. Hoffer. I keep getting these names wrong. I also kept the thingy on. Oh, I think oh no, it's fine. Just Finn leaves the session, as unfortunately he's DNF'd, and HQ loses the session, which is a bit. We did see this in Division 5. Unfortunately, if you do disconnect and you don't drive another certain laps, which is 90%, you will get disqualified. So you'll have to join back within a few laps here, as HQ does overtake his bot. Seems to overtake Bellamy as he dives into the pits here for a new wing and tyres, assumingly, maybe a new wing. And Charlie also gets the position on Amy. Oh, really close here for Hayward. Yellow flag in sector 3. That is of the one of the Ferraris. Lucas backwards, trying to get out of the way, reversing into the pits, but he's forced back on track. I don't think you're legally allowed to reverse into the pits, so he's chucked back out on track with no left end plate for him. We'll go back to the battle at hand, which was Hayward versus Hoffer. here, as Hoffa's softs will start dropping off. As we can see, he's got already got a bit of contact with the casino corner wall there for Hayward, but it's still going. It looks like. I don't think he's got any damage. Might have the tiniest bit of damage there, but not enough to really affect him. As I think, unfortunately, already that is really Luca getting lapped by the car of Hammer. So the top 4 have already lapped the 10th person. Here, as Dopeman just increases his lead here, 4.5 seconds in 6 laps. Really dominant here from him. A yellow flag of a Ferrari driver that again seems to be Luca here. A big gaps throughout the track here. Around 5 second gaps for everyone. Even Hayward has pulled a second gap away from Hoff here, but Doberman maybe has damage here, maybe hit a wall or something, because his time seems to have dramatically fell off from Hoffa's here. Maybe he's made some big mistake or some sort. I'd love to know what that is. Don't know though. Double getting a time penalty here. 3 seconds for track limits. That's very close now. Hayward is on Hoffa here, as his softs must be coming to the end. It is coming to the end of their stint. As Document pulls back that 3 second lead that he did have after it fell to 1.8. Luca already in the chat, double driving and message in the stream. This is not cool, him from the Ferrari, and down the inside goes Hayward on Hoffa there. Brilliant move into Sandavot there, making it work on those medium tyres, as now it's Hoffa's turn to follow him and see if he can make a move, as Hammer pits there for the medium tyres after starting on the soft. So now that's very close, as Hoffa's going to try and look for that position back off Hayward. It seems similar, and obviously diving into the pits for another time is Luca on lap 8. He has BV Baldy grabbing himself a 3 second time penalty there for track limits. But I think here that we can't give it any more details. Stops already tallying up 4 stops here is Luca here, which is insane to think, as the Williams is getting blue flagged, and there we go. Hoffa dives into the pits on the start of lap 9 here, which you would think he maybe can go 2 more laps on that, but maybe these softs are getting really worn. So diving into the pits for his first stop. Hammer is another around 10, as down the inside. How am I missing this? Charlie goes down the inside of HQ, which is a brilliant move into Sandoval, as HQ starting also on the medium tyre. Oh no, not starting, they both stopped. But that's a great move down the inside by Charlie on HQ. Fantastic, really. Luca grabbing himself time penalty, but I don't think that's really going to cause any concern, as Amy also grabs him or her a time penalty. Please don't cancel me. Charlie here has already gained the 1.5 gap on HQ since the overtake, and now we're waiting for the undercut here. We're assuming it's going to come out, but we don't know when J Ward's going to pit here, because if we look at his times real quick, they seem pretty consistent. From lap 6 he's setting 115s to 114s, as he's already got 3 warnings so that'll be close to, if he gets another one, he'll get a time penalty. But he seems to be setting relatively consistent laps. So we think his mediums will go for another 10 laps, maybe 9 laps. It's really unlucky for Finn, as we've seen. Gutted in track, gotta be, after that decent qualifying performance, which I think he was 6th. I do know he was 5th, because Finn 5th, I remember that, FF. I was going to make a comment on it, but I don't want to make people too annoyed. And here we got the two Alpines leading, as you do know, 2 seconds. I don't know if Hayward is catching Doberman, the fastest farmer in all of Fairgate, sorry. As he has his close 5-6 tenths on Doberman here in that last sector, as he gets a little bit wobbly on the final corner. But also close is Amy on BB Boldy here. Only 2 seconds, as you can see him going into Malibu now. As he stops to let the Ferrari FHQ pass. And set the fastest lap is half on those mediums, which was 2 tenths, around 2 tenths quicker than the previous fastest lap of Doberman. They won 1:13.6. So I think this strategy on the softs and mediums may be a little bit faster, depending on how fast Hayward can go. If Hoffa is setting in a 1:13 for his first lap, we'll have to see what he keeps to put in to see if he can undercut Hayward on this alternative strategy. As Doberman, your leader since turn 1 after overtaking Hoffa. Cool, calm, collected race from a few mistakes there that did see the gap decrease a few seconds to Hoffa early in the race, but he seems to have cemented his lead. It keeps jumping around from 3 seconds to about 1.5 every once in a while. And Jenna Hoffa again setting a faster lap. Also getting comments here that Bell Amy and Double do need an easier track maybe. But easier track is coming up next on the calendar in Great Britain. A very fast and easy track for beginners here. I think D6 will see a few more members come in the next week. Division 6 will see. So there'll be more races and it'll be much easier. And that Hayward gets a 3-second time penalty, which really, unfortunately, but Bellamy retires, unfortunately. Just talking about how difficult this track can be sometimes, as BB Boldy hits pit entry wall. But I wonder if I see that says Aston Martin here, as we're talking about how difficult this track is. Really difficult, and Bellamy and Double have done a brilliant job here as driving this as their first track. And Bellamy only making that one stop until the DNF. Obviously doesn't bring out a safety car, which I think is a little bit surprising here. As Hammer gets a 3-second time penalty there. I snuck under my radar a bit. Blackson really in 4th as being one of those drivers that are just keeping his cool and not really hitting any walls, just keeping it nice and cool, collected. Double does overtake the stricken Amy there. And obviously I was talking about next week's Grand Prix, that is Britain, Silverstone, which will be a lot more easier for the drivers to do. And we'll see hopefully a lot more racing. Not that we haven't seen racing here. Obviously Charlie gave us an example of that as he dove down the inside at the Nouvelle chicane, overtaking HQ. And both did a very good job to not get any time penalties, as I've seen a lot of drivers, mostly in division in F2, get time penalties when diving down the inside at centre fault. As Bellamy rightly leaves the session. Great performance until the DNF in the Williams. We look at pitting for the 5th time we see now, which is very surprising, as Rins Hoffer sets another fastest lap. So I'm really seeing this gap is really coming down now, from 18 seconds, maybe. How many laps ago was it? He pitted like 8, around 6 laps ago. So that's crazy to see that gap drop over 10 seconds. Well, 9 seconds. Well, 8. Actually, it is 10 seconds now. As maybe not unfortunately, Luca, after stopping 5 times, has finally managed to. Well, not finally managed to. That's rude, but he has DNF'd here. If you can't really see it, you just see it at the top of your screen. Maybe as thingy comes past, I'll change the camera angle. As they DNF'd into the wall of Casino, unfortunately, after stopping 5 times this race and being lapped over twice, I think. Unfortunately, it's now come to rest in the wall at Casino Corner. And 8 surviving drivers here now. And the main 4 really. Hammer in 4th, Hoff in 3rd, Hayward in 2nd, and Dopeyman, who's increased his lead to 8 seconds now. And I did say top 4, but obviously great overtaking from Charlie, and it's a great recovery race really, after he did have an incident with BV Boldy at the start, which I unfortunately did miss as concentrating on the Dopeyman overtake on Hoffer for the lead. But that was a great overtake and should not be overshadowed. And unfortunately, HQ, unfortunate qualifying for him, gained in 10th place. They're starting on the softs and then had to pit quite early, I think due to damage, while on the opening laps. We know we can do better, and hopefully we'll do better around Silverstone for the Ferrari and for the his team, really. Because in Division 5 he did quite well in other Division 5 races. He obviously participates in as well, like the Monza race. We did see him in around 8th place in Monza. Unfortunately, did drop down after a few mistakes there. But was driving very consistently in Monza, and unfortunately, a track like Monaco is bound to bring the best, well, not the best out of drivers, but also is bound to see the best that for some drivers might not be enough to deal with Monaco, as we do have 3 DNFs. I've seen this gap slowly trickle down. As you can see, Hayward in Gene Hoffer's sights here. So close. Goes from 5.1, 5, 4.9, 4.8, 4.7, 4.6, going to the Raskas. That's Hayward with a 3-second time penalty, which I think it is. So you have to be careful of that at the end of the race. So that's a distance for the leaders. No, that's the distance from the leader. 10 seconds at the moment is Hayward from this lead, which is surprising. As he's managed to pull that huge gap, 10 seconds, that kept dropping, but he seemed to keep his driving consistent on a 16-old mediums, thinking he will pit quite soon. I think that was a warning as going over the Nubo chicane. Pitting very soon. Actually, I'm lying. I don't think he'll pit soon. I think he'll pit around lap 29. So I think we still have a good 10 laps on these tyres. And almost the same as another Division 5 driver, well, actually Division 4 driver, but reserve for Division 5 that I raced with, Little Mikey, who's also a fellow commentator, had gone on his medium tyres that he started on, leading a few laps of the Division 5 Monaco Grand Prix, managed to go a whopping 30 laps on his medium tyres that he started on, pitting, and unfortunately having to pit again due to damage, which he would have got a nice 4th place otherwise if he didn't have to pit. I think he got 7th in the end, but it was a great drive for him on those 30 laps old mediums. As we see a yellow flag in sector 3, which is double. Will he go into the pits? No, I think he did hit the wall on Raskas, but I don't think he's pitting, as he is in last place. But let me just have a look at his what's it, broadcast. I just want to see his wing. I think it's okay. I think he only had a light tap of the ball. Yeah, seems fine. And that gap has, if we change it from leader to interval, only 1.3 seconds now between Hoffer and Hayward. We have 20 more laps to go here. This Monaco Grand Prix. 3-second time penalty there again for double. So that's double time penalties now for him. I'm very sorry, double. As that's 2 time penalties now, which I think is 6 time penalties. Yep, 6 time penalties. No, 6 seconds of time penalties, sorry. But he is, double is 39, so 40 seconds-ish away from BB Boldy. And BB Boldy's also 30 seconds away from HQ, and HQ is also bound to, yeah, HQ is also, sorry, I thought I saw a crashed car there, but it was just the TV mounts. Anyway, Hayward, who took the position from Regine Hoff on lap 6, if I'm correct, is now trying to get this position back off him on lap 20 after being 18 seconds away. So in 12 laps has closed an 18-second gap to now 0.8 seconds, as there's a yellow flag for an Aston Martin, which is BB Boldy. I think he had just slowed down slightly in Raskas. That is fine, he seems to be moving. Oh no, Hayward has 6 seconds of time penalties now, which is a bit unfortunate for him. So he will finish, if it finished right now, he would finish behind Hoffer, and he does have to pit. So that will, so we're really seeing where this puts Hammer, really, because this could put him into the final podium place. This could, here, as Hayward might pit. I was just having a bit of confusion when it said BB Boldy and double were overtaking, as that even though they're on other sides of the track, separated by over around 2.8 kilometers, if I'm not mistaken, is Monaco. Very close hit down the inside, nope. Keeps it clean. As we got a fake 200, makes that move there in Division 2 yesterday, making 2 amazing overtakes. You should definitely go check that out afterwards. Into the Malibu corner. And I don't know, it's got a yellow flag sector 3, but I don't think there is actually any. Oh, wicked overtake from BV Boldy on double here. They're only separated by a casual 44 seconds, but great overtake there, as we keep seeing them swapping places there. I think it's something to do with the leaderboard, unfortunately, as they keep swapping places when they actually don't. Here, so currently every driver that will finish will get points, as there's only 8 drivers. I think there was scheduled to be 13, but 2 just did not show there, unfortunately, which would have been nice to commentate on a larger race. Yellow flags in Sector 3, but there is actually no cars in Sector 3. Now, crossing the line is the Dopey Man. Is that Dopey Man? Yeah, I think it is. As we're just watching Hoffa on the back of Hayward here. This overtake will be made. Don't know. Okay, it's one thing to catch in Monaco, and it's another thing to overtake. Is what I said in the Division 1 F2 race many times, and had to keep reminding them. So, a tyre age difference of around 8 laps there for Jean Hoff and Hayward. Can he make this overtake on into Sandoval? No ERS left. Looks down the inside, but doesn't carefully tucks in behind Hayward there as they go up Beau Rivage, and the camera angle doesn't change for a bit, going into the casino corner, only separated by 3 tenths. Gets a good exit. Can he go down the inside here? No, tucks in behind. So obviously these two are the closest on track right now, everyone on the medium tyre. Now it's actually a matter of time when Dopey Man pits, because I think he does have the lead by a solid 16 seconds now, so the pit stop shouldn't really affect him unless, and Hoffa there gets a 3-second time penalty, so that claws second place back into Hayward's hands, as now he only has a 3-second time penalty on Hoff there. Very close here as they go into the final corner. Separated by 4 tenths. So can he go down the just anywhere really he's looking for? If you look at the no ERS there for Hoff. He's right on the back of Beau Rivage, trying to squeeze the last out of his battery. 3%, 2%. Almost no ERS left here in the tank. I think he's gonna have to let it recharge over that. Is what he should do. I think he's already close to Hoff. I mean, he's already close to Hayward. I think he should just let it recharge, personally. As Charlie goes into pit, so I think he's on for his 2-stop. Changed on to another set of mediums, but it's fine because he started on the softs, so this is fine. So he'll go to the end of the lap on these mediums. As HQ, the person in 6th, is at a disadvantage to him by 40 seconds. So he will get 5th place here. That'll be very nice for him on those new medium tyres. Oh, very close behind. Very close behind is Hoffa on Hayward. I'm just waiting for this overtake. Oh, as he breaks a bit late, almost hitting the wall of Raskas there, does Hoffa. And I think we'll see more of these drivers in Division 5 as they can easily set their attendance to a reserve driver. It would be very good to see maybe one of the top 5 and obviously top 6. Well, really any of these drivers could participate in the next Grand Prix, which is Britain, in Division 5 if they wanted practice for their race as a reserve if some of the Division 5 drivers don't show. Because it would be very good to see these drivers progress and go up the divisions. Coming on as there's a bit of train here, but I think it's just HQ getting waved the blue flags. Both cars go past down the inside, almost touching there. HQ does touch the back of Hoff there. Squirrely on the exit there, trying to use a bit of ERS. That's formed a 7/10 gap there. Eugene's Hoff does not seem to be able to make this overtake here. struggling behind the back of Hayward, but Hayward still needs to pit and then catch up to Machine Half, otherwise the strategy won't work. Assuming he will pit on lap 29 and 28, so will Dopey Man. But I think he is, when he pits, I think Hammer will come out ahead. Yeah. As he might sneak his final podium if he can manage to. Because obviously he also has a 3-second time penalty. But Hayward has a 6 seconds. So even if he does get overtaken, can he stay within 3 seconds of Hayward and get that podium place? Is what we'd like to see here. Going back onto Hayward. Fastest lap is set by Charlie of a 1:12.5, beating Hoff's by I think around a second and a half, as all the fuels will be out of these cars now. Well, almost all the fuel. Brilliant camera angle this is on the race cars going around Monaco. They both go into Raskas in the last corner here. We'll take a look here, only 4 tenths away here. Oh no, not enough. Seems to only gain from around 2 tenths on that straight with DRS, so you're going to have to be a lot closer than that Hoff to make the overtake. Very close here going to the casino corner. Can he get a good exit? Maybe go down the inside here? As he doesn't. We've seen that move a ton as he backs off there. Going to the source hairpin, separated by mere like centimeters here, maybe even a meter separated by. As now gaps seem to be going ever larger, with 20 seconds being for Dopey Man being in front of this Division 6 race. And obviously, please, everyone who is watching, most likely you have, but it's just remembering to subscribe to DTR Racing. It'll be a big help for our small community here of 6 divisions, that you can check out any one of the videos. Do league racing every week really, from F2 on Mondays and F1 from Tuesday to Thursdays, with 6 divisions. 2 divisions racing every day, because we'll be watching this Division 6 race here, but there's also a Division 3 race going on. And yesterday there was Division 2 and Division 4, and on Tuesday there was Division 5, which yours truly races in, and Division 1, which are extremely competitive, extremely fast drivers drove in, and there was many DNFs in there, which you wouldn't have had to see from Division 1 drivers. Just shows you that Monaco is a very difficult track, and these drivers are doing an excellent job to stay out of these walls here. So here, maybe will Hayward drop into the pits here? No, he does not. So it'll be 9 laps on the soft tyres. So he goes. Also not yet to pit is Dopey Man, but 17 seconds is the gap from Hoff to Hammer. That was 20 seconds I remember seeing. So 3 seconds has been closed there, as Hoffer cannot get past Hayward. I would love to see here. Yeah, he even knows it, using all of that ERS there down that straight just to try and get this gap. He wants this final podium place here, which maybe he knows he can get, or maybe he doesn't know he can get here with this gap. Stuck under the radar a bit, set in, starting P4, hasn't lost a position, stayed out of the walls. Can we look at position changes? We can. Look, he's the only driver to stay exactly in P4, and there we go. Finally, we see Dopey Man drop into the pits here, going onto the soft compound tyre. No new wing, being... No, never mind, the new wing is being attached here. He did take some damage there. That will take a couple of seconds off. So I think Hoffa will inherit the lead here, maybe, if there's enough time. Will Hayward drop into the pits here as his teammates in the pits? Yes, he will. I don't think they're close enough to be affected by a double sack. But will Hoffa go in front here? You can't see coming out the pits. He just will. Yes, just beats him past there. As Hoffa goes zooming past, but now he does have to defend from Doberman on a new soft compound of tyres. Only separated by about 8 seconds, and he does. Hammer does go past Hayward while he's still in the pits. That's a big gap there. 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 7 seconds, 8 seconds. Will it go to 9 seconds? It just doesn't go down to 9 seconds there. It does go to 9 seconds. 9-second gap between Hayward and Hammer. So Hayward has got to close 9 seconds to Hammer now to get that. Well, has to close 12 seconds. Really has to overtake him and get 3 seconds in front of him, so his time penalty doesn't unfortunately screw him over in the long run. As Doberman gets a 3-second time penalty, which now puts Hoffa as they overtake, as Hoffa keeps the lead. But Doberman, I think, tried going down the inside there on. Oh, Hammer gets 3 seconds. No. Okay. Now, Hayward just has to overtake. Diving into the pits is also another driver. It is double, I think. I'm gonna focus on these guys, and also when these guys get closer, which I'll put intervals on now. Well, no, that's not. There it is. Sorry. There. So, Doberman right on the back of Gene Hoff. But we did see that the softs do drop off after around 6 laps here at Monaco. But these mediums that Hoff will be driving on are probably really worn now. We can actually see that's 22 lap old, and 23 lap old, and 28 lap old from HQ. He's going the entire race on 39. I think he's going to be in puncture distance here at HQ. Definitely. Who's behind him? It is the can we go on? No, HQ did unfortunately disconnect when we said he disconnects. So every time I've been talking about him, it's just a bot. Blue flags get waved. He goes past. HQ unfortunately will not score points from this race due to the fact that his bot has drove over 5 laps of this race, and you do need to be in person to drive 4 laps. No, you have to be in person to drive 90% of the race here at Monaco. And that is a rule for every track. You have to drive 90%. Our informant here says that I need to say stop saying unfortunately so much, and Hayward sets the fastest lap on the new soft compound of tyres. That'll give him an extra point if he manages to keep it. I'm getting word that the HQ unfortunately had electrical issues, which is painstakingly hard to hear, that a driver has had electrical issues, so he will not score points, and Double and BB Boldy will go in front of him at the end, and so will Luca. So Finn actually will score points from this race, as he DNF 11th, but we'll get 1 point out of it, as HQ won't score any points on his 29 lap old medium tyres. As I'm actually stupid and I've missed an amazing overtake on and Gene Hoffa and Dopeman while looking at laps drivers, unfortunately. I think that's unfortunate, very unfortunate. How have I missed that? God. Oh my god. Wow, okay, well, okay, we're going to focus on these guys now, and we're not going to go off them. We are watching Hayward and Hammer here fight for his position. As it go Boulevard goes side by side, unfortunately, Hammer loses some grip there, I'm assuming. That's so unfortunate. I thought he could have defended that position better and got that podium place. As now we're really seeing these softs go to work for Doberman. 7 seconds after he's been what? In the lead for around, I don't know when that overtake was made, unfortunately, but not long. And now it's time can Hayward get 12 seconds in 6 laps? That's what we will be asking here. Baldy, unfortunately, running in last place with a few penalties there. I think it's 9 seconds of penalties, but I don't want to check. I'm just guessing. Using ERS on the main straight. As the silent me now comes back, the gap has been closed by 1.5 seconds in 2 laps to Gene Hoff on these softs, but I don't think it's going to be enough, as your provisional race winner right now is Dopey Man. Obviously, he could hit a wall crash out or something as he comes to the lap Baldy, I think, for the 6th time here. Blue flags being waved here. Unlucky for Baldy, unfortunately. I think we don't know what qualifying result. This race could have been an absolutely great race for him, but unfortunately, obviously, he did DNF coming out of the swim push chicane. As Charlie now gets the fastest lap on the new soft, so he will get that extra point that it is worth. Baldy decided to say, I'm going to outdrive these blue flags, but I don't think he will be able to, as this man is much later on the brakes and the blue flags will have to be obeyed, or perhaps not. I think maybe Baldy just doesn't want it. Maybe he wants to be racing. Here. Yes, finally does relinquish the position, and the stats board is lying. He has not been lapped 6 times. That is the 2nd time. No, that is his 1st time actually. The double's only been lapped once, so no, that would be his 2nd time. Sorry, it is lying. It's not 6 laps. Depending on how many stops he's had, I don't think he would have that many stops there. He had 3 stops, same as double, so yeah, I'd assume that's his 2nd time getting that. But here, yeah, no one gets any places off penalties. As the only driver not to get penalties, Charlie here, driving a very consistent race with the fastest lap in hand right now. Hayward. Can we see? We can 3 seconds now. I was lying about that 12 seconds that he had, and Hoff's tyres seem to be really dropping off a cliff here, as they have been on his car for a whopping 27 laps since lap 8, and now I think he will have to defend Hayward in this last ditch effort as he gains 4 tenths from the last corner. This is what we will be watching. Very close. We're on board with Hoff right now. So there we go. We see the ever hungry and chasing Hayward here. So going to the La Source hairpin, there he is. Very close on the back, separated by 1.4 seconds, 1.3 seconds, yeah. 1.2 now. This is in the closing seconds, but can he make the overtake? Hayward was stuck behind Hoff for around 4 laps until he made the overtake very early into the race, and then Hoff made the overtake on Hayward as he dived into the pits and has been ahead ever since, and that was on lap 20, no, that was on lap 30, so it's only taken Hayward around 7 laps to close a seemingly impossible 13-second gap. He also overtook Hammer in that time, which, yeah, around 12-second gap to him. Vivaldi out of ERS here, maybe up Beau Rivage, can do it. The switchback, does he get all the pace out of the corner? No, he doesn't. Can't go side by side. I think he's just going to leave it. He does have a lap. He does have one more lap. He should not rush this. My best would say dive down the inside here, which is defended by Hoff, or the tunnel is my best bet, or obviously the overtaking DRS on the last lap. Well, this is the penultimate lap now. Here, can you get a better exit out of the tunnel here? Doesn't really look like the exit was really the same. Not using any ERS, but Hoffer is using ERS there. We can see his blinking red light. As Hayward gets a 3-second time penalty and puts his final lap overtake to rest, and it won't mean anything even if it does happen. As he collides with the back of Hayward, and Hoffer goes back into second place, and with a 9-second time penalty, unfortunately wouldn't have happened anyway because he did have a 6-second, but that is just gutting for Hayward there, unfortunately. So I think this is how it is going to end. Now on the final lap of the race, we have the with the provisional race winner that will most likely become the race winner here if he doesn't lose it in sector 3. 24 seconds in front of the competition here. Great driver, Dopey Man. He's been in front ever since he made the first overtake with Hoff, and then lost it due to the strategy, and then instantly got it back again on the soft tyre as he wins the first Division 6 race here in Monaco. And we will head to Great Britain next, where he will seem to defend his first race win. And Alpine doing a smashing job with their driver, their second driver in P3 here, as Aston Martin will cross the line with their driver Jen Hoff. Great race on this medium, the hard medium tyres here, to finish P2, and the final podium spot going to Hayward, who you would ultimately, I think, deserves to get that P2. If they didn't get the time penalties, they definitely would have got it. It was just very unfortunate that they did get it. So that's P3 for him, and sneaking under the radar, having an absolute race of probably his Division 6 career. Amazing race, did not lose a single position, kept it solid, exactly to the strategy. Hammer missing out on that podium just, but here finishing in P4. Another great race for P5. Charlie F1 after making an absolutely amazing overtake on the inside of HQ into the Nouvelle chicane, which we did watch, thankfully. Great race from him in P5, as obviously HQ will be disqualified. And again, unfortunately, watching double here, who got P7, or got P6, because I think HQ will still be disqualified here. So P6 for him. Did great for his first here race in Division 6. That's, I think, his first league race. And also BV Baldy here, who's still yet to finish the lap after an unfortunate qualifying for him in last place here, 11th. Will go to finish 7th here after having an incident with Charlie on the first lap. in the first corner, and he just had to keep it cool, collected, not DNF, and grab those points. Really, just got to stay there for the points. And unfortunately, move on to the DNF section of Luca, who unfortunately wasn't having the best race with a lot of pit stops, 5 in total, and DNFing seemingly inevitable with that many pit stops. But he goes to finish 8th. So even though he's DNF, he's still getting 2 points. And a last second overtake by BB Boldy on Dave, man. And then P10 is Amy. I think it's had a glitch here as BB Boldy has yet to finish and he's still in AI mode. So I was just talking about Bellamy, who had a great race and DNF'd, and then Finn unfortunately qualified 5th, having a good race as well. The first DNF he was still here, scoring that 1 point off the HQ's disqualification. But we are having some lobby issues, which I think everyone is staying in the lobby. I think it is fine. Obviously I'm streaming, we can see the race has finished here, so this will be obviously the we know the race is finished, and we know that that the 3 drivers at the bottom have DNF'd. So yeah, we're just waiting to, I think we will most likely end the stream very soon after your man, Doofman. Unfortunately we won't get to see the podium of the top 3 unless the 7 laps that BB Boldy is behind. Maybe we're just waiting to see if that happens, since he's according to the timing sheet he is 7 laps down. Yeah, I think we are just having some problems here. That BB Boldy does need to finish his 7 laps, but he is not driving. It is an AI driving for him here this last 7 laps, I think. So I think he's on the 5th lap now, making some wicked overtakes here. And it's just started to go down. It's ticked over to 6 laps now. He's behind. yeah, I think I want to get clarification that we will be ending the stream, and this is the final result. Unfortunately, I would love to sit here and watch. No, it's not even gone down to 6 now after that lap. So I think we will unfortunately have to miss the ceremony of the podium. So it must be one to call it the end, really. Unfortunately, yeah, I don't get to see everyone at the end. I get to see the race winner, that little banner and the badge and all the points. But yeah, it was a great race, great Division 6 race for the first one. Everyone did exceptionally well around Monaco, and can't wait to see the return round Britain. So I'm just going to take a photo of the scoreboard just in case anything does happen, so we can clarify the results. And obviously we do have the entire stream that will be uploaded. So thank you for watching, and goodbye. And if you're interested, just at the end, if you're interested in this channel some more, please subscribe. And if you do want to do any league racing, we are very happy, or not even league racing, any games we do. There's also a FIFA section, and a very soon once Gran Turismo 7 comes out, we'll also be on that. And if you just want to join for a good time, we can also do that, as we see one last overtake in Beau Rivage from BB Baldy. Will he get past Dopey Man? I think he's just trailing behind. Before I end the stream, I do really see down the inside. No, he's relaxed. He's 5 laps now, but I don't know what's going on, and I will going to end it before I decide to keep the stream open. Okay, thank you for watching, and have a good one. Wrong button.